From the inside, lane 2, BYU, then Princeton, TCU. Liberty in 5, then Texas Tech, Virginia Tech, and then Oklahoma, Florida on the outside.
Well, Florida on the outside running blind there. Good pass. The second leg there, but clear on the outside. Tough place to run a relay.
Florida moving well. There's not a lot of movement in the middle. Remember, the top 2 finishers automatically qualifying to Friday's final. Then the other 3 times on time. So you want to run all out, but got to be safe with these baton passes. And it looks like Tech then. Here comes Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is going to win this heat. No, on the inside, lane 4 and lane 9, very close between TCU and Florida. Fast close by Joseph Fonbele, which doesn't surprise us. We've been watching him do it all year. 38-94. They just nipped TCU by 100th. And then Virginia Tech also breaking 39. 38-99 for the Hokies.
Well, not the cleanest of passes for the Florida Gators on the outside, but you see Fonbele's closing speed. Virginia Tech ran a good race. They surprised Florida State at the ACC Championship, so no surprise that they were running well here. And Darrell Anderson's TCU Horned Frogs, always a factor in the 4x1.
Waiting for the results to be official. There they are. Florida does win it by 100th over TCU. They're automatically in. Virginia Tech at 38-99. Got to be feeling good, but they got to survive 2 more heats to see what those guys do. Now we take it down to John Anderson on the infield.
Thank you, Dwight. I am here with the newest member of our track and field squad, Robert Griffin III. Obviously, most people know him. We've got a Heisman in an NFL career. We love him because he's a track and field guy at heart. Texas State record holder in the highs and in the 300 intermediates. Ran in this competition in 2008, took 3rd at Nationals. You were a Big 12 champion. What else is on the resume? Olympic trial semifinal. You've got the bona fides, but tell us, what is it that's drawn you back to the sport and the opportunity to cover it?
Well, John, to be quite honest with you, I believe I'm here for one reason and one reason only. That's to honor the greatest athletes in the entire world. And I believe track and field athletes, that's right, are the greatest in the entire world. And the ones we see compete this week are some of the best in the world at what they do, not just collegiately, but all around the world. Now, I know these guys have put in a lot of work, grueling year-round training off-season programs to get to this moment right here. And I believe that they don't get the love that they deserve, and people don't truly understand the skill level of these athletes. So they're going to learn today, and I'm excited to share that with you guys.
RG3 here to love him up. What do you recall 2008 when you ran in this championship?
Yeah, I mean, the thing I remember the most was just being a freshman, not really knowing what I don't know. At 18 years old, was supposed to be running as a high school senior. So that was fun, but to come out here and have the entire year of work that you've put in come to fruition at the NCAAs, there's nothing like it. This track meet will be the most competitive track meet you see over the course of the year.
Robert Griffin III, glad to have you here for all 4 days. Dwight, we're sending him back up to the booth with you. I just fear that I have lost my spot on the company relay team.
Well, we look forward to having him up here with us all these 4 days. Good shot at the new stadium here at Hayward Field, which will host the World Championships next month. First time ever in the United States as we get ready for the second of these 3 heats of the 4x100 meter relay, as we're looking at a yellow flag, so they aren't quite ready. Again, lane 1 will be open, 8 teams in each of these heats. And there is Texas. They will be starting out in lane 5.
Well, this is a battle-tested squad. They've been to some of the biggest meets around the country. They've hosted some of the biggest meets, and they have absolutely put it up against everybody. There you see Micaiah Harris. He's going to be a big part of the Texas point success this weekend, and they want to get this baton around. It's so important to start off the meet right here in this 4x1. There you see North Carolina A&T, and one of the big names on that squad, of course, there's Randolph Ross. He's the favorite in the 400-meter open, NCAA champ last year. He always runs on this 4x1 because he says it gives him a nice warm-up before his open 400, which we'll see just in about an hour's time.
There are the lane assignments with Texas State down in 2, all the way out to Iowa in 9. Dwayne Ross will run that longer leg, that second leg, down the back straightaway. Get the baton early, pass it late. Texas in 5, North Carolina A&T in 6. field for this second relay. 38.99 is the leading non-automatic qualifier. That's the fastest time that did not finish in the top 2. And it's Tennessee out there in lane 8 making a good move. Tennessee will pass first.
Now keep an eye in the middle of the track in the all red. That's the University of Houston as they get ready for their third exchange to Sean Maswaganye.
Still Tennessee in 8. Now here comes Houston. It's Houston, and coming from way back is A&T. They're trying to get in there. They're not going to be able to. Texas is going to get third. It's Houston. Tennessee automatically into the final on Friday. And Texas is going to hope that their time holds up and advances them. 38.66 for Houston, Tennessee 38.80, and Texas 38.91. So they have the leading non-qualifier time. Let's take a look at this exchange.
Well, there you see Tennessee on the far left, the orange bottoms with the white top. Good exchange for them, but there you see Maswaganye. He gets the baton behind for Houston, but this guy is a gamer. He loves to chase down anybody, and boom, he puts distance on it. There you see Javonte Harding from North Carolina A&T try to make a move on Micaiah Harris, and he is just not able to.
So Houston, once again, showing that they can pass the baton. They win it over Tennessee. They automatically qualify through. And then Texas at 38.91 has the leading non-qualifying place, but they still have one more heat remaining to see if they can get their quartet through to Friday's final. So today is basically the semifinals. Dwight Stones along with Dan O'Brien. They had the heats and the quarterfinals at the regionals 2 weeks ago. Now today's the semifinals, and it's really all about how many of your guys you get through into the final, because you don't score points until you get to the final. There's some great individuals, obviously, but really the focus here is on the race for the team title.
Oh, it absolutely is. I've heard more than a couple coaches today say survive in advance. Can't score points unless you get to Friday. Can't run in those races unless you get it done today. One of those guys we're going to see get it done today is the hometown favorite, Micaiah Williams from Oregon. He's run the fastest time in the nation this year. He'll get a nice ovation from this crowd. Later tonight in the only final we'll see in the 10,000 meter, Abdi Nur from Northern Arizona. He could have run any distance race here. He's going to pick the one he knew he could win. That's the 10,000 meters tonight. When it comes to the team title, it looks like an SEC title race, but don't count Texas out. Texas is having one of the greatest track and field seasons that the school history has ever had. They won the NCAA indoor championships. Look at them to be a factor late Friday.
All right, now time for the definitive lane, or heat 3, I should say. And this is going to determine who the finalists will be. The bubble time 38.99. If you don't get first or second, you better run faster than that if you want your team to get through and run on Friday. And this heat, number 3, features Florida State. The Seminoles will start in lane number 6.
Well, anchoring the Florida State Seminoles is Javonte Harding. One of those guys who always runs well all year long, but has come up just a little bit short at the NCAA championships. We'll see if he can bring his team around. They got surprised a little bit at the ACC meet where Virginia Tech beat them. Jovan Martin, he's running first leg. I put him on the anchor, but Jovan Martin, he'll be running the anchor for those Seminoles. And it'll be the Oregon Ducks down on the inside in lane 4. There you see the hometown favorites, University of Oregon. And they always finish strong with Micaiah Williams. He'll run the anchor leg. There you see, that's just a general spot that they like to put him in. Rarely ever does he run any leg outside of the anchor.
So Oregon will start in lane 4, Florida State in 6. Once again, 8 teams. First 2 teams across the line automatically qualify to Friday's final. And you've got to run faster than 38.99 if you're 3rd, 4th, or 5th to get into that final. Conditions probably couldn't be better. It's about 73 degrees out. The sun has just peeked out over the last couple of hours. Good for just about everybody. Not too warm to run distance, not too cold to sprint. outside. Purdue, Stephen F. Austin, then Oregon. In the middle, Clemson, Florida State, and then USC. On the outside, Baylor and Ohio State. Southern California moving well in lane 7 in the all-white.
Well, good pass for Oregon on the inside, and I put Makai Williams on the anchor, but he is running the second leg. He run the longest distance on that second leg, and a good pass.
Oregon really in the mix now. Also, Florida State is there. Clemson also there. Final pass. Southern Cal. USC Trojans are going to win this third and final heat, followed closely by, it looks close between Clemson and Oregon for that second automatic qualifying spot. They definitely give it to USC in 38-83. Now let's see if they can separate them. Baylor with 38-99, which means that whoever finishes third is not going to advance. Oregon was actually fourth at 39 flat. There was a blanket in over 1/100th of a second between Baylor, Clemson, and Oregon. Baylor gets through because they got second place. The other two are out.
Well, USC has been having a ham and egg this 4x100 meters together. They won the Pac-12 championships, but they lost Devontae Burnett, the 60-meter indoor national champion. There they anchor with Johnny Blockberger, the 400-meter runner. He does a fantastic job of bringing the Trojans home.
So they're going to have to go down to the thousandths to see if Clemson is able to get through. Here are the results. It is USC winning the heat and automatically qualifying along with Baylor. And then Clemson, Oregon fourth. They did not run fast enough to be in the mix of the 3 qualifying times. So let's see who ends up advancing. It is Clemson, no Oregon in the final. So there are your advancers to finals for Friday. It is going to be a hot 4x100. You had to run under 38.99 just to get in to the final. Much more when we get back. We start the roundy rounds. The men's 1,500 meters semifinals